Viewer discretion. In light of YouTube community guidelines, I would like to talk about some of the scenes in this video even before we start. There are some scenes in this video that might project aggression and bad behavior. However, at the end of this video, it does really project good morals and something that will help the whole community and bring positivity into the community. Let's get into this video. Now, if you missed Oscars, then you definitely missed this scene. Or maybe you might have seen part of it and you don't understand the whole story, so you want the backstory. I'm talking about Will Smith smacking Chris Rock. Yes, I'm going to show you the video. After that, I give you a whole backstory so that you understand it better. Let's watch it.
You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, now that's not it. Will Smith comes back. But first of all, let's just say that I really do admire Chris Rock's behavior. After the whole thing, his reaction was, the show must go on kind of attitude. He was really professional and still did what he had to do, irrespective of how you felt about his joke. Let's break down Chris Rock's joke so that a lot of people who are not even Americans can really understand what Chris Rock was doing. Chris Rock made fun concerning G.I. Jane 2. If you haven't seen G.I. Jane before, it's a 1997 movie. Yes, that is the cover, and you do see how the lady's hair is. He's talking about Jada Smith having that same look and could even act G.I. Jane 2 like a sequel or whatever it is. Jada Smith has alopecia. Now, if you don't know what alopecia is a disease that causes a sudden loss of hair and literally baldness. Like, she came out about 3 years ago, talked about it, finally shaved her hair.
Now, at this point, I can only laugh. Now, y'all know I've been struggling with alopecia, and just all of a sudden one day, look at this line right here. Look at that. Look at that. So it just showed up like that. Now this is going to be a little bit more difficult for me to hide. So I thought I'd just share it so y'all not asking any questions. But Mama's going to put some rhinestones in there. And I'm just going to make me a little crown. That's what Mama's going to do.
Maybe it's something that is very, very sensitive and did strike a chord. But I do feel like there are a lot of ways that Will Smith could have reacted. He could have gone up there and spoken in his ear. I don't like what you're doing. Cut it. You can talk about any other thing that's funny, but not this. Instead, he chose to go up there and smack him. I'm not on anybody's side, but I respect the fact that Chris Rock was really professional, kept it going. He made a joke out of him being smacked. Will Smith's won this award for being a great actor, and it was with this movie of Serena Williams, the Williams sisters, and how their dad really did a great job. Let's watch it. I don't know whether he was really apologizing to Chris Rock or not.
Oh, man. Richard Williams was a fierce defender of his family. in this time in my life, in this moment, I am overwhelmed by what God is calling on me to do and be in this world. Making this film, I got to protect Ingenue Ellis, who was one of the strongest, most delicate people I've ever met. I got to protect Sanaya and Demi, the two actresses that played Venus and Serena. I'm being called on in my life to love people and to protect people and to be a river to my people. Now, I know to do what we do, you got to be able to take abuse. You got to be able to have people talk crazy about you. In this business, you got to be able to have people disrespecting you. And you got to smile and you got to pretend like that's okay. But Richard Williams, and what I loved, thank you, D. Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you. It's like, I want to be a vessel for love. I want to say thank you to Venus and Serena. I just spit. I hope they didn't see that on TV. I want to say thank you to Venus and Serena and the entire Williams family for entrusting me with your story. That's what I want to do. I want to be an ambassador of that kind of love and care and concern. I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to all my fellow nominees. This is a beautiful moment, and I'm not crying for winning an award. It's not about winning an award for me. It's about being able to shine light on all of the people, Tim and Trevor and Zach and Sanaya and Demi and Ingenue and the entire cast and crew of King Richard and Venus and Serena, the entire Williams family. Art imitates life. I look like the crazy father, just like they said. I look like crazy father, just like they said about Richard Williams. But love will make you do crazy things. To my mother, a lot of this moment is really complicated for me, but to my mother, she didn't want to come out. She had her knitting friends. She has a knitting crew that she's in Philly watching with. Being able to love and care for my mother and my family, my wife. I'm taking up too much time. Thank you for this honor. Thank you for this moment, and thank you on behalf of Richard and Oracene, the entire Williams family. Thank you. Hope the Academy invites me back. Thank you.
This is how I'll put it, right? I do feel like he could have given a better example of the love he was talking about. And this is not something that I'm going to be hypocritical about, because I found myself lashing out at other people concerning what they were doing, and it wasn't the best of scenes publicly. So I do believe that even the greatest of saints have their moments where they will lash out. Yeah, and that doesn't give it like a license for everybody to keep doing that. And this is what LAPD has brought out. All right, let's watch that from BBC.
We have a photograph showing Will Smith being comforted by actors around him at the time. And he talked about himself being a vessel of love, being protective of his family. He was justifying what he had just done there, but everyone around knew what they'd seen, which was one man assaulting another on live TV. There has been a statement from the LAPD, the Los Angeles Police Department, saying they are aware of an incident.
No kidding.
But they say so far no police report has been filed, so nothing so far.
Chris Rock has gone very professional, hasn't pressed charges. I don't think he's ever going to do that. Amidst all of this, these are the scriptures that popped up in my mind, and I know that it is something that just draws us back to be more attentive concerning the Spirit of God that is in us. Be quick to hear, or swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. There are a lot of things that when we consume, when we listen to, it might just trigger emotions, or sometimes you're already at a tipping point concerning your emotions, and you hear one thing and you just lash out. And I think this is one clear example of that. And yes, it was an embarrassment to see that. The next thing I want to talk about is not, remotely directed to Chris Rock, but I think it is something that we can be aware of and take also as a lesson. And that is that as believers, let us not make expensive jokes about people. And, scripture talks about it, about how we should be careful concerning expensive jokes or mean things that are said by friends, okay? And then later they turn around to be like, oh, it was just a joke. All that is sinful before God. It is a mean character and should be stopped. So in as much as we all have, times on the bed app like Twitter where we do give replies and kind of, savage and funny and all that, we do know who we do that to, and we laugh over it. But let's not make deep, cutting, injuring jokes that we know are hurtful. So, this is all I have to say. Stay blessed, stay connected, stay safe. Hey, if you enjoyed this, if you liked how I gave a breakdown concerning this, or you liked how this whole scripture relation to it and this edification was, just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's keep going. Stay safe.